Hey everybody, I know a lot of you been wondering where I've been. Well, I just had to step away for a few days to take care of some business. It has nothing to do with this COVID 19, or commonly known as the coronavirus. I know some of you, I've read some messages you guys wanted me to talk about this. First of all, I want everybody just to calm the you know what down. Um, should this be taken serious? Yeah, I think everything in our lives should be taken serious, but not to the point of being irrational, being paranoid, or being selfish. Look, I understand that people want to get the essentials, but going to your Costco's, your Sam's Clubs, your Walmarts, or your local grocery, or your dollar stores, or whatever, and you go get your toilet paper from, you don't gotta hoard it. You're being unfair to the other men, women, and children across your communities. Just because you got that kind of money to buy it doesn't mean that you go out there and buy 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 rolls of these big value packs and stuff. I mean, use common sense. I'm pretty sure there have been people who have been sick and their family members have been sick at the same time, and they've bought multiple rolls of toilet paper and then go through one of those big super value packs. Now, if you that paranoid, okay, buy one or two. Okay, don't go online spending 40 or $50 for toilet paper. Don't go in the stores buying uh, bottles of top of water. You got a tap. You got tap. Well, I don't drink tap water because it's impure. Hate to break it to you, but a lot of that water that you buy from the store comes from the same source, and sometimes the sources are not. Those places are not clean themselves. And you know what? You should wash your hands. As many people complain about going to restaurants, or you washing your hands, or you using gloves, but yet you guys are practicing poor hygiene. And another thing, it tells you not to go every damn country or eat every damn thing. Now, there are gonna be people who are gonna say you're being racial by talking about where it started in China. A Chinese doctor over there started to notice and warned people in December. That's when the federal government or the various governments around the globe should have started saying, "Hey, we monitor this, but see, our current commander in chief got rid of those protections." The previous administration and other administrations had this stuff in place. And there was a reason for why those people was in positions. Biological warfare. Remember they was doing all those budget cuts at the CDC and everything? See, this is why voting was important. I know there are going to be people saying voting don't mean anything. Yeah, if you don't make the politicians do their job, or you don't get people that's willing to go out there and do the correct job. And I know as black folk, it's complicated for us and stuff like that. But right now, we got to be careful. And I'm going to tell y'all something. I noticed something. And I'm directing this towards my black listeners, because the majority of my listeners are black. I noticed that people who don't live in our communities are starting to come into the Walgreens, the CVS's, the Family Dollars, the Dollar Trees. Or if you do have a big box stores near you, they're coming to those communities. That should tell you something. Who's thinking about survival? And the thing is, if you notice on the news, I haven't seen anybody or heard anybody put a camera in a black person's face saying anything about any of us getting that virus. Now, it could be some black folks that some of those people that are carrying the virus. I know people say with the NBA, yeah, they travel all over the damn place. They come into contact in an arena where people are coughing, touching things, not washing their hands, breaking wind, doing all kinds of disgusting things. And let me be honest with you. Right now, this may just be one of those viruses. It may be man-made. I tend to think it may be man-made. It's just the way my mind works. But then again, it also could be one of those natural viruses that mutate. Because remember, for years they've been telling you if you use too much sanitizer or certain antibiotics, it mutates and becomes stronger. But the thing is, what people gotta use is common sense. Wash your hands. Don't touch every damn thing. Don't mess with everybody. That's something that you was told when you was a child. But then again, you got a lot of people who go places, touch stuff, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't realize that the other day they started talking about it. You know when you rub your face and rub your eye and stuff, but you're not aware of how many times you do it as human beings. Now, am I concerned about this virus? Yeah, I'm concerned more for my father and my father's siblings, my mother's siblings, my elderly aunts and uncles. Those great aunts and uncles are still here. They're up in age, and yeah, I'm worried too. Just because you're younger don't mean that you can't die from this stuff. But my thing is, every day you should be thinking about viruses and biological things. It shouldn't consume you. Every other year, we get a new virus: bird flu, swine flu, scars, whatever thing they come up now. A lot of these things are created in these laboratories in these various countries. And don't think they ain't being created here, biological weapons being created here in the United States. But just think about where it started at. Remember, we supposed to be trade partners with China, but we always talking crap about China. The doctor that discovered and warned about the whole thing, he died back in what, January? I want y'all to think about that for a second. He noticed it. And this should tell us as Americans, you don't travel everywhere. And this should tell you that we should be screening people coming in from other countries. I mean, no disrespect, but I don't talk about this a lot. But if somebody wanted a biological weapon in the United States, we screwed. Everybody's too busy watching black men, black women, black children. Everybody come and go as they please. This virus is spreading like, I wouldn't say like crazy, but it's spreading. This is nothing but influenza or the flu or a cold on steroids. This is a viral disease or infection or virus, a virus. Yeah, I'm sorry, I messed up on that one, but you know what I mean. I mean, you got people look at people buying shelves. Y'all being selfish and you're paranoid. You're hurting other people. There are men and women who get paid certain times of the month. Or there's people who are elderly who don't get to go to the stores or they on budget and they only get to go. Now they go and the shelves are empty. Because you got people like, well, I gotta look out for myself. Go home. Don't go out everywhere. Use common sense. Because I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. Y'all going to keep doing this, and these big corporations going to say they don't have the supply to meet the demand. And what's going to happen, they're going to start price gouging. Some places are price gouging. And let me tell you something. If you're on Amazon, eBay, whatever these internet sites or these companies, and you jacking prices up on product that you normally don't jack prices up, you should be hit with a heavy fine, or your business license should be revoked. And if you're a human being and you figure I'm gonna make a shitload of money off somebody's scare, you're a low down bastard. There's no need for all this paranoia, because there are gonna be people who are gonna get hurt and gonna start getting robbed behind this stuff. I'm telling you, I can see it coming. Here it is, you walking out to a store, you got some toilet paper, and somebody pull out, give me a fucking toilet paper, pull a gun out, you'll kill somebody because they can't find it. They figure you got the money to buy it, so they're going to take it from you. Think about that for a second. It's consequences to our actions as human beings. This could be another thing. This could be God's way of thinning the herd. I mean, we didn't have viruses throughout the centuries, as human beings. And they didn't have the technology back then. There was flu. I mean, all kinds of viruses going around and stuff, and human beings was able to survive. I know that you don't want to die. You want to live as long as you can. You don't want something to take you out that you can't see or barely can pronounce. I get it. But they should tell you, even if they do come up with a cure, don't let the media and some of these people get you so damn paranoid where you start making bonehead mistakes or making life or death decisions that's not going to just affect you but other people. Because I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. I already know it's going to happen. You're going to watch the news. Everybody going to be going to this because it already been fights already. You're going to go to a Walmart or whatever supermarket you go to or one of these big box store warehouses, and you're going to be up in there. And people are going to go to one of these pallets like you see here, and they're not going to be able to find what they need. You're going to be in line. They ain't going to mess with you too much in the store. They're going to wait till you come out the building and crack you in the head or do something worse. I went to the hospital for some appointments the other day, and this is the first time I walked into a damn VA and just had it, and people were scared. Other day I had cough. I got because you guys every now and I cough. I got acid reflux issues, right? So I had cough, but I always cover my mouth, right? So I said, let me get up and go get me something, give me some water or some drink. This dude come over, motherfucker, you need to put a mask on. I looked at him and I said, dude, you was all the way across the other part of the room. You come over here. If I was a threat, you just came into my orbit. So I mean, it would have behooved you stay where you was at, right? But then he kept cursing. I'm like, look, mister, I respect my elders, but I'm going to knock your ass out the window. I ain't paranoid like that. Look, I don't know, maybe because I had some life and death experiences when I was in combat. I almost died on multiple occasions. So right now, don't get me wrong, I want to live a long life. Don't get me wrong. But I'm not going to be paranoid. I mean, I'm going to be cautious. When I go out in public, I don't touch everything. When I go to the bathroom, I wash my hands. And I tell you another thing, unless you got a weak bladder or weak bowels, you use the bathroom at home. And you wash your hands at home. I've been watching some videos where people say they don't wash their meats. Oh, you don't wash it, you wash your fucking food. You wash your fruit, your vegetables. You wash your meat. The ones that transfer salmonella, your pork chops, your turkey, your chicken. If you're paranoid, when you're cooking your food, make sure your food is at the correct temperature. Right now, I was reading that the governor of Illinois want to close all the dine-ins. I knew that was coming. And pretty sure you ain't going to be able to go get your Big Macs and stuff because even if they close the dine-in restaurant, you don't know if the employees got anything or not. So guess what's going to happen? A lot of business is going to hurt. And if people don't, if you got people working from check to check, or people don't know how to budget their money, guess what's going to happen? There's going to be a lot of robberies. I'm not trying to get you paranoid. I'm just trying to get you prepared. Because a lot of y'all wanted my opinion, so here it is. This is just observation. Human nature, we're by nature, we are selfish. And you got a lot of miseducated people running around here. And I pray that I'm wrong. Now, by some estimates, they say it may be a year, maybe 6 months to maybe a year, maybe 2 years if they develop a virus. And they say this might be seasonal because they don't know yet. But for some of the stuff I researched, where it came from, how it got started, actually this virus has been going around longer than you think. And where it started at. But what happened is you got people that go to these countries, sanitation is poor. You got people that go to these countries, they're eating every freaking weird thing. You got some people who come to America bringing them habits over here. And I don't want to pretend like America is always clean. Because I've been in places where I've been in washrooms, dudes be at the urinal, dudes be in the toilet. They come out, don't wash their hands. I'm like, how can you be that damn nasty? And let me break something down to y'all, whether you can see it or not. Every time you flush your toilet, when it goes in that spins, shit goes up in the air. You can't see it. Mist, water, feces, that go, yeah. as a living creature, you shed skin. If you ever been by a window and the sunlight's coming through, you see like little particles floating. That's dead skin and lint and hair and fur, all kinds of shit. But see, our bodies have gotten used to those things because we've been around it. People say, I'm going to the hospital. Don't y'all know a hospital is nothing but a petri dish? Why you think they don't let you stay in hospitals longer than 2, maybe 3 days max, unless you're in a critical condition? When I got hurt, they flew us back stateside. But I forget it was I think it's called Merv or whatever it was. I'm mispronouncing the name. It's been so while. That there was a lot of crap that we was inhaling. Even though we try to keep ourselves clean, and I take that back. I kept myself as clean as I possibly could. But you had some people that didn't take showers or baths at all. I kid you not. But what happened was you brought that stuff back on your clothes, on your body, whatever. And when I went through my surgeries, I had a total of 10 surgeries. Excuse me. Went through a hyperbaric chamber, all that stuff. But some of that stuff was still in my system. And I guess the drugs, they didn't put me on strong enough drugs, so they sent me home for Christmas to be with my family. But I had to turn around and come back to the hospital to check in, going back and forth, flying back and forth from Illinois to Georgia, back to my duty station, back to the hospital. It was going back and forth. So around the first of the year, I came back home on the new year, and I had this fever. And I'm like, what the hell's going on? I knew I been feeling sluggish for a while, but I was just attributed to just because my body was compromised, and all them surgeries and everything. So my father drove me to the airport, got on the plane, and I noticed my leg. What they did, they took the bone to reconstruct my foot, because my foot was blown off. Yeah, or blown apart, I should say. And what happened was, they took the bone to make new toes and stuff for me, it was infected. So I get back to my barracks, and I'm dizzy as hell. I passed out. By the grace of God, I woke up, and I said, I got to call my one of my sergeants. They came over, and some other soldiers was like, okay, man, you can help me. They took me to sick call, and the sick call couldn't do anything, so they said, got to get you to the hospital. But I had to go back to Augusta, not the hospital on post. Call my surgeons and doctors in there, they knew my condition better. So I had to go there, and the doctor who did it realized that, hey, I was infected. So they had to cut into my leg, but the thing is, they was going to send me to the OR. But me, being the way I eat, my eat pattern, I eat like a big kid at times. I ate some gummy bears that morning. Anybody tell you when you go through surgery, you don't eat anything. Anything. You can drink water, but you got to be careful how much water you drink. But you're not supposed to eat anything. So they had to cut into my leg while I was awake to get the dead tissue, the affected tissue out. But they had to quarantine me for 2 weeks. Got to come to find out that me and some other soldiers, they didn't give us the proper medication or strong enough medication to make sure whatever we brought back from Iraq, we can get out of our system. Now, if I was one of those dudes that just laid up and said, "Oh, I just take some aspirin, some Tylenol, and stayed at home or stay in the barracks," I would have died. And from that day on, taught me a lesson about your body. Go to the doctor when it's needed. But at the same time, you communicate with your doctors and stuff. Now, I know people saying it's not exactly the same thing. No, but believe me, I know when viruses and stuff will get you. See, you don't lay around 2 or 3 days. If you start getting the shakes, the vomits, the diarrhea, call your doctor. If you don't have a private doctor, you go to the emergency room. But what you do is you call and let them know, like, hey, this is such. You're gonna have people gonna meet you outside, or they're gonna put you in a certain place where they can screen you, because you don't want to affect the entire hospital. If you sick, ask somebody to go get the food for you. Go to takeout. Go to drive-through. Don't go sit in a restaurant. I mean, it's a lot of common sense things you gotta do. These things should be in your head already. I'm gonna be honest with you. When I go shopping, if it don't look right, I ain't touching it. And if I do touch it, I go as soon as I get to where I gotta go. When I get home, I make sure, damn sure, I don't rub any touch my face. Cause if you guys have noticed over the years in doctors' offices, in various supermarkets, they got those wipes and stuff. They have the mask ready for you. They even have gloves. And this is way before the this COVID-19 virus, or the coronavirus as it's commonly known. They had these things in place because they know viruses, people get sick, that people got flu, cold, all kinds of stuff. These are things that you should already be concerned anyway. You shouldn't be, because the media say, "Oh my gosh, this virus." Yeah, it's no cure for it, and it's like that with a lot of things. There are people out here who don't even get immunization shots. There are people out here who don't get flu shots. Oh man, I'm not gonna go here. You guys go places where you trust people who touch your clothes, who touch your food. You touch things every year. How many people have gone to the supermarket and picked up a bottle or a box or something? You know how many other people ain't touched that box or a bottle before you get to it? Do you guys know how some of this stuff sit in storerooms for months on end? Just because it say sell by date, that don't mean it was made recently. Think about it. Every day these things are made in this country, right? So that means they gotta make a large value. So when it gets shipped to your store, you see them trucks coming to your stores and stuff. How long do you think that stuff been made? How long do you think it's sitting in the warehouse? It's just like around Christmas when they tell you today's sale, this flat screen, 30-inch TV, da 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 da. And everybody running out buying multiple TVs, but in the back of the storeroom, they got cases and topping cases. I know this because I worked in the retail industry as well as the quick service industry. I know, I went to meetings. I know how they do things. I have family members in the medical field. We talk. I was in the military. We've discussed these type of viruses and stuff. We talk about hygiene. Some people in this country do not practice good hygiene. There are people who don't even brush their teeth. There are people who go to the washroom and don't even wash their ass. I kid you not. There are people who are fart in stores, who nose be running. There are even people out here who go in the stores and urinate in the aisles. I've seen it happen over the years. You'd be surprised working in the quick serve industry, the stuff you see. Going to public bathrooms, people mess up in public bathrooms. These are things that you should already been aware of, and is okay. When I go out in public, I gotta check myself anyway. Don't wait till the media talk about this virus, this person is being affected. When they said something December, I remember they started talking about this in December. I'm like, okay, they need to take some precautions. This could be a biological weapon. And now you got these corporations and them coming out. Now you got the feds and them slashing interest rates. Why couldn't they do that when other people are suffering in this country who can't feed themselves or eat, or communities are being devastated by subprime? Well, I mean, our priorities are skewed as a country. See, when it started affecting the so-called dominant, everybody gets scared. We got to do something. I guarantee you, if this is affecting our community, well, we got to do some investigations and stuff or whatever. Right now, I'm watching the news. Now, I can be wrong. And if somebody out there can point me into, I've yet to see any black person being interviewed. And maybe it is affecting us in our community. We just don't know it yet. And I put the NBA players and the celebrities, because they go everywhere. They in places that you and I don't get to travel, don't get to go. But I'm curious about how many black folks are infected with this virus. And I also want to say something. For years, the black folks have always been saying we're nasty, we don't clean ourselves, we don't take baths, and we know that's not true. Unless you have a mental issue or you have a physical limitation where you can't bathe yourself properly, or you have a physical condition where you give off odors or you sweat. It's various medical conditions for people. But I'm talking about if you're an able-bodied person. Usually, in the black community, we ain't going out to the house without our ass wiped or clean. Running to go get a sandwich, I ain't gonna lie. The only time I ever went out the house feeling foul, if I had to run to the garbage can, and that's on my property. But if I'm getting in my vehicle going anywhere, better believe I'm taking a bath or shower. Better believe even if I run out the house and wrinkle clothes or something, they're clean. If I go to a restaurant and I think it's not clean, because I tell you what I look for when I go to a restaurant, I look in the corners of the floor or the ceiling. I know y'all gonna say what they got to do with it, but trust me, when working in the industry, you know what to look for. When you go in, if it smells funny, if it's because, and I'm gonna tell people, say what you mean by smell funny. You can tell if the shortness is old. You can tell if the meat is old. It gives off a odor, and if people know who worked in fast food, know exactly what I'm talking about, or on the dine-in restaurants. We worked around food all the time. And then y'all be talking about, why don't they wear gloves? That's a false sense of security. Because most people working fast food, if not the majority, wash their hands on a regular basis. It's the places that got the gloves to give you false sense of security. But once you put a pair of gloves on, people are touching their face, they're scratching their head, they're touching every damn thing. I'm being honest with you. When I was a crew member, and when I first got my first fast food job, they didn't have no gloves. They made you wear ball caps. If you had a beard, they tell you got to shave it off, or you wanted to wear a beard guard. If you had long hair as a female, you tucked it under that hat, and you had to wear a hairnet. If you had extensions or weave and stuff, they made sure you had to take that off. You waited till you had a day off or some vacation time when you go out there and you razzle dazzle everybody. But for the most part, everybody was going to that sink washing their hands. They had a scrub brush, and they tell you how to get a paper towel. Don't touch the metal. Once you wash your hands, you don't want to recontaminate. Anybody who know how to wash their hands know exactly what I mean. I'll never forget, this woman came in one day. You guys touching with your bare hand? I'm like, I hate to break it to you, but there's a lot of places where they touch it with the bare hands. Well, you guys need to wear gloves. And you know what? She argued. So we had some gloves, and then we said, okay, fine, you get your gloves. But we told her, them gloves got chemicals on it. You know, some gloves got that white powder on it. You know that box you pack the gloves in? Where that come from? Some factory somewhere. You don't think no germs or bacteria got in that box? Now, don't get me wrong. Some places you do need to wear some gloves when you're doing certain things. I'm pretty sure in hospitals you have to wear those gloves, but usually the sanitation is totally on point, and you get hawked really hard. But some places you're not. It's where you know, it's where you at and who you know and what the procedures are. Now I'm gonna be honest with you. When I was in fast food, it's changed since I was in it. I'm pretty sure the hospitals have gotten a lot stricter, or they have certain procedures, or a chain of, I guess they could say a chain of custody, and that may not be right considered a hospital. When they say chain of custody, they use for law enforcement. It's a word I'm looking for, but you know what I mean. If you don't, people do certain things. But I'm just trying to tell people, don't get to the point of being paranoid or being sticklers for every little thing. When you go out, if you that paranoid, don't eat at restaurants. If you're that scared, don't go in public places. Like right now, they said they counseling certain public events. That makes sense. You're in an arena, you don't know who somebody's health condition or medical condition, you know what it is. But don't be paranoid. Don't be getting in people's face. You need to be doing this. And I'm going to bet you know those masks that y'all going to buy and shit, that don't work. Especially if you keep it on for a certain period of time. Because when you breathe, moisture start getting those things. See, there's a lot of stuff that a lot of people think they know and really don't know. And then using a shitload of sanitizer, after a while, it loses effectiveness. You know, the best thing you can do is go into your bathroom, run some hot water, warm the however long you can keep your hands under it. Get you some soap and you wash your hands thoroughly. You rinse your hands off, you get rid of the paper towel or whatever, and go about your business. If you feel sick, wait a day. If it doesn't feel if it feels like a flu symptoms, call the hospital. Get in contact with the emergency room. If you can't wait, have somebody drive you. And you just pray. But the thing is, if your immune system is already compromised, yeah, you're more at risk. But those people who are older, usually your senior citizens, and I ain't talking about somebody 55 necessarily, because that's usually when they consider you a senior citizen at 55, right? Unless they changed it. But I'm talking about people in their late 60s and 70s and 80s and whatnot. They're the most compromised. That means the people at nursing homes. People had to go get dialysis. People got respiratory issues. And I know I don't have no respiratory issue because I just got acid reflux. So for anybody still, oh, hurry, take care of yourself, I appreciate it. But I got enough common sense to say, okay, if I got the shits longer than a day or two, if I got the chills, I'm calling somebody. Or I'm gonna get in my car and make that drive to the nearest hospital. Now, I'm pretty sure gonna be people gonna disagree with me. Fine, I get it. All I'm just saying, don't be paranoid. Use common sense, but also be aware of your surroundings. I'm telling you, if I think it's about to happen, it's going to happen when they're going to start closing down a lot of these places, like even supermarkets to a certain degree, or they're going to have certain days, or they're going to have people telling that so many people come into these places. When you guys go vote, take your if you got a sanitizer, or take a napkin or a paper towel. And if you got those touch screens, use that. Get some wipes or something. I'm just putting it's a simple stuff out there. Or just make sure if you do go out there, you go somewhere and wash your hands. That's just me, like I said. Yeah, I always thought different. I always thought that any time can be a virus outbreak, and I don't think I'm the only one. But it just that the thing is that I'm seeing people do things that they normally wouldn't do, and you got to understand there are people out here, and I got to reiterate this: there are people out here on fixed income who can't afford it, and when y'all hoarding all this shit, these places are they price gouging now. You go on Amazon, you used to be able to order shit off Amazon. Either they jack the prices up, or you can't. This is out of stock. And I'm like, really? And I want y'all to think about that for a second. If you out there just hoarding paper just to be hoarding, I'm gonna tell y'all, a lot of y'all gonna look back in the next few months, or maybe you're like, damn, why I got all this shit in my pantry? Right now, all you doing is boosting the sales of these big box stores, these online predators. That's all you doing. You patting their pockets. But you also gonna make it harder for the next person to get some too. It would behoove you to go buy your pack or two of paper. Know how much you use. Cause some people get wads of tissue and use. You don't need all that. Oh, and another thing. If you don't see any toilet paper, please don't buy paper towels or those wipes. Oh, the wipes are flushable. Yeah, everything is flushable to a certain degree. Does it break down? And if you're not a homeowner or a property owner or a property manager, y'all ain't gonna understand. The plumbers are waiting for y'all. I can speak from first-hand experience. I had family members come to my house. I know the kids was throwing those wipes and paper towels in my toilet until I went to go take a damn shower. I heard that bloop. I go downstairs in my basement, shit was backed up. I'm like, what the happened? When I called the plumber out, it cost me money. They was pulling all kinds of paper towels. I'm like, I don't use that shit like that. And so I'm telling y'all right now, there's gonna be a lot of people making a lot of money off people's stupidity or fears. Be concerned, but don't be stupid.